have the dream and the vision that God gave us, and it can come to pass.
Yes.
Again, when was the last time you dreamed? I know when we young, when we kids, we got some plans. But when was the last time that you dreamed? When was the last time you said, I can do this? Or even, forget your own personal dreams. I'm talking about things that God told you. You know that you were purposed in the earth realm for this.
Yeah.
Lady always talking about purpose. She always talking about the destiny. She always talking about, yeah, I am always talking about it.
Yes.
Because you need a Josiah in your life.
Amen.
Josiah spoke to the priest, and he set them and he appointed them. In Isaiah the 41st chapter, he appointed them, and then he encouraged them to do the service of the ministry.
Yes.
Because he was an encourager.
Yes, he was.
Elizabeth, when Mary came, you need some Elizabeths in your life. Won't be looking at you like, what you mean you got breast spouse, you pregnant about what? You know what they saying about you. When you are carrying something as great as Jesus.
Yeah.
When you're carrying something as great as a vision that he's giving you.
Come on.
You need somebody
Yes.
that'll say, there's a David in this house.
Yes.
I know you didn't put some people in front of me. You didn't line them all up. But I'm looking for the one that I gave the vision to.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the one that I placed the mandate on, that I have a call for on their life. I'm looking for David. You need a Samuel
Yes, you do.
who will be able to see.
Yes.
Because Samuel could have said, this oil ain't going nowhere. It ain't pouring out. It's sure it's not here. But he had relationship with the Father. And he says, it's in this house.
Yes.
It's in this house. And so I speak to you and I say, it's in this vessel. It's in this vessel. It's in this vessel. It's in this vessel. Doesn't matter how long it's been. Doesn't matter how it was just yesterday that he gave it to you. Write it down.
That's right.
Make it plain.
Right.
Write it down. Make it plain. Write it down. Make it plain. Write it down. Make it plain.
Gotta write it down.
Gotta write it down, make it plain. But some of us are so, oh goodness, I won't say that part right now. But we don't want to work. We just want the vision to come to pass. Sister Barbara talked about fasting. Don't want to fast. Can't fast. We'll pray, sing, and we'll shout and dance, and we'll read our Bible sometimes and sometimes. But those things that it takes in order for vision to come to pass, there takes a discipline. You understand what I'm saying? Even as we talk about Operation Acceleration 2016, I cannot tell you how many meetings I've gone to prior to, you know, really getting in the nuts and bolts of making the vision to come to pass. You don't meet that much. You don't meet that often.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't make as many phone calls. You don't try to connect with other ministries or other associates or other colleagues because you're really not making the vision plain. You think about, you know, when I was coming up with this message, I was like, you know, I was holding the baby the other Sunday, and I thought, Minister Angel, I could use one of them things right now. When she spit up all over me, I said, I could use one of those things right now. Then I had my nephew when I was in Chicago. I was like, because I don't have children, right? I said, this is what she was talking about, right? Because it's your dream. It's your vision. And he says, go after it. Surely God said it. You couldn't have made it up on your own. You couldn't have thunk it up if you tried to. Okay, you couldn't have thought about it if you tried to. Right? But you have to have a plan in place. You have to be willing to work. That's right. It says you have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to work. It doesn't matter who people in the same house with you. Maybe but they're working on what they're working on.
That's right.
See? Transparent moment. My husband, the apostle. Wonderful man of God. Get in his day. Sidetrack him from what it is that he had planned for that day. You're going to hear about it. Because he's a man with vision. He's a man that goes to bed the night before asking me, what you going to do tomorrow? What you going to do tomorrow? And I'm like, why he concerned about what I'm going to do? But what he really trying to ascertain is, does anything that you are going to do, have you incorporated me into your day? Because I don't want it to get into my day. But we're not like that. We let any and everything and everybody get into our day when we know we have a plan. We know we have a vision. We know we want to accomplish something. We know it.
You better say something.
And it happens all too often.
Every day.
Right? So get off the guilt trip. I'm not feeling guilty this time. No, I'm not feeling guilty this time. I'm not feeling guilty this time. I'm not taking you. I'm not changing my plans. I'm not going to alter what it is that I had planned because I've got to get this done.
That's right.
I've got to accomplish this thing. This work. This call. This mandate. This assignment. Take the persecution. Take the beatings. Take the affliction. Take the naysayers and the gainsayers. It does not matter because I got a dream. I got a vision. And it shall come to pass. It shall come to pass. Because I purpose in my heart. I purpose in my mind. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter how long ago he gave it to you. If he gave it to you then, it'll still work right now.
You better say something.
When he gives you something and it seems like can't quite get it together. Got a couple of notes here. Some of you heard of the Dream Center in LA. And it's by, I think it's Pastor Tommy and his son Matthew Barnett. Pastor Tommy kept saying, he has a church in New York. He kept saying, I want to do this Dream Center. I want to create this place for people who have been isolated from God and from their dreams, that we can pull them back to relationship with God and to a dream again. And it was a wonderful, wonderful concept. And that's a dream. That's what a dream or a vision is. It's a concept. And every time that he would tell a pastor about it, they would say, okay, all right, he want to partner with someone that would help bring the vision to pass, right? So every time they would say yes, and he said, okay, well, let's go down to LA and let's take a look at it. And every pastor that he took to LA said, no, this work right here, this ground right here, this soil right here, got to till it too hard. They're looking at the homelessness. They're looking at the prostitution. They're looking at the drug addiction. They're looking, and that's the perfect place for a dream center, but they couldn't see that. So he said, okay, well, maybe it's not for them, but I know God said the Dream Center. He sent his son Matthew Barnett to LA, and hence you hear about the Dream Center. He didn't start out as a Dream Center. It started out with a little small church. He was 20 years old. People, because he was 20, they decide they come check him out. Then he's 20 years old. We're just going to go ahead and leave. But then what he did was he moved the church outside of the building. And he put him a little table right in front of the little storefront church. And then he began to just minister to the people, minister to their needs, minister to right where they're at. Because the dream don't have to take place inside of four walls. If we have a dream, we go beyond the walls and yet make it come to pass. And he says, now I'm making connection. Now I'm making ground. Now I'm doing something. And the word began to spread and the place began to grow and it began to expand. And now when you look it up, you can look up a facility called the Dream Center of LA. Because somebody had a dream. He said, never grow weary. Tommy Burnett says, never grow weary when you're trying to allow the dream to come to pass. Walt Disney, you all know Disney World. Says the place where dreams come true. Right? What a dream. He dreamed it. He dreamt it. Everything is life-size. Everything is exciting. He said have world-class resorts because he was intrigued by making other people's dreams come true. Right? He says this. He says all the advertising, all the adversities I had in my lifetime, all of my troubles and obstacles have strengthened me. You may never realize, or you may not realize when it happens, but a good kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world that happened for you. We don't like it when people tell us no. We don't like it when people tell us we can't do it. But we have to think beyond the people that's in our circle. He will give you connections. He will connect you. What did he tell you? What vision, what dream did he give you? When it's a dream, when it's something that comes from the Father, it's always bigger than you. If you can finance it, it's not a dream. If it's something you can afford, he didn't give it to you. It was something that you came up on your own. But when God gives you a dream, when he gives you a vision, he'll make sure that you have everything that you need to bring it